I've manifested my dream life, career, friendships, etc. Like my actual dream life. I'm living it, I'm enjoying it, and I'm a manifestation coach. And I'm going to share with you the 3 priorities on how I manifested my dream life and how I continue to. So the first is shifting from short-term goals, short-term manifestations to lifelong identity shifts. If there's anything you want in life, you don't want it for just a short period of time, right? You want it for life. So you have to shift the way you think. So when it comes to health, if you want to have a sexy body that you feel really good in, if you want your body healthy and thriving, you want to shift from, okay, what's the next quick diet or workout trend I can follow, into an identity. So an identity I like to have and I've adopted is I'm an athlete. I love to move my body. I move my body in ways that are enjoyable. And even if I don't feel like going to the workout class, if I've committed to it, I go. And I love to nourish my body. I love the way my body feels when I eat clean and fresh organic produce from the farmer's market. It's a lifelong identity shift. What happens is when you really shift into that identity, you begin to live in a healthy, thriving body, and the habits rewire, and it becomes this effortless manifestation. With business success, so if you're an entrepreneur or a coach like me, you want to shift from short-term, oh my gosh, I need to launch this really, really fast, I need to do a new thing and another new thing, into, okay, if I look at the long-term vision of success in my business, what does it look like? How do I feel? How many hours am I working a week? And when you see that vision, you want to calibrate to it. So if you see yourself only working 10 to 20 hours a week, it feels super easy, chill, laid back, then you want to create the systems that create that identity and then begin living in it. Wealth. So instead of short term, okay, let me just manifest enough money to buy that thing and pay my rent, it's like, okay, lifelong, growing wealth over a lifetime. How do wealthy people think? How do they relate to their money? Well, then you develop habits of saving, living below your means, investing, looking at the future of what you want to do with your money so that your money is working for you. Love, if you're calling in partnership or deep love, romantically or in friendships, you want to shift into a lifelong identity of, I am the energy and frequency of love. I have long-term beautiful relationships. And what that does is, instead of temporarily looking for this dopamine hit of that person texting you back or whatever it may be, you zoom out and you ask yourself, okay, how can I become love? How can I become the kind of partner that's a vibrational match for long-term love? You begin to heal your traumas and your attachment. And this is what I've done. I've shifted into the lifelong identity of these different areas of life. And it's what's created me living in a body that feels really healthy and good. Me having a business where I only work a few hours a week and it's very successful, where I'm growing my wealth over a lifetime, where I have so much love in my life, it's like oozing out of me. The second tip that's made the biggest difference for me is investing in my inner world over my outer world. So in the past, before I got into this personal development industry, I would spend all of my extra money beyond like rent and food on clothes or makeup or like a momentary high, something I just really wanted to purchase. But then I began to learn about the coaching industry, the healing industry, and the first time that I invested a lot of money, or really any money, in my inner world, so healing trauma, learning how to manifest, learning how to create an online business, all of them created such exponential returns in my investment that no piece of clothing or jewelry or makeup ever did. What I see is investing in my inner world is like this lifelong investment that keeps having a return. Whereas like I know one day I'm gonna get tired of this dress, I'm gonna donate it to some friend. But by investing in healers that have helped me heal trauma that I don't have to carry in my body for the rest of my life, like that is insane. And investing in learning how to manifest when I first began, and like really digging deep into the homework and home play and practicing it, and then seeing my outer world shift from me shifting my inner world, it's like, what? Like, how could I not? That I started to, and back in 2019, I started to invest at least around 50 to 60% of what I made into coaches, mentors, healers. And it was, you know, to people from the outside looking in, they probably would have thought, why are you spending that much money on this? But I always knew it would lead to me feeling amazing, to me feeling free and happy and successful. And it required me in the beginning, before I had more financial freedom, to say no to the new clothes, to say no to some of the events, like to choose my inner world over my outer world. But again, it's looking at the long-term vision of this is gonna lead to more financial freedom and more happiness, where you'll find you are less likely to just buy random things in order to feel happy. Your purchases become very intentional and deep. But I will note here, I have also learned expensive lessons by investing in coaches and healers without really deeply knowing what to look for. So if you're looking to hire a mentor, a coach, a healer, someone who is already where you want to be and can essentially, how I see hiring someone is like you trying to manifest your dream life, or whichever area of life it is. It's kind of like you're trying to light a log on fire. It's like you're trying to light, oh, I have this. It's like you're trying to light this on fire, okay? And it's gonna take a while. Like, it's gonna take a while for it to light. But then when you hire a coach, a mentor, a healer who's already there, their flame is burning, and you are just making it so much easier on yourself to also have a burning flame. It's like you learned through them so much quicker than if you were to do it by yourself. That was so perfect. I had that right there. And one of the things to look for is, don't just look for, okay, oh my gosh, they have a successful business, amazing, I'm gonna hire them. Like, really tune in and even ask questions about, okay, yeah, they may have a successful business, but are they happy? Do they have time freedom? Or are they burnt out? Same thing with other areas of life, right? They may have a really beautiful, healthy looking body, but tune in. Like, does it feel like they have a healthy relationship with food? Same thing with love. It's like, okay, they say they're a love coach, like tune in. Like, just trust your intuition and make sure their inner world is also what you're investing in, not just what's external that they've created. Okay, this third tip is super quantum. If you're a manifestation girly, you're into energy work, you're gonna love this. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Okay. Resting in expanded states of awareness. So an expanded state of awareness is you literally being plugged into the quantum field, the universe, God, source, infinite. I cannot emphasize this enough. I would not be where I am today without this. So many people talk about manifestation, logically understand manifestation, yet they're still creating and engaging with life from a place of, my life isn't the way I want it to be, so let me use my human to fix it, right? It's like, I just need to work harder to have more success in my business. I just need to find the right person in order to have success in my love life. Like, It's always looking, searching, trying, fixing. It's this outward energy. If you want to really make this easier on yourself, so you want to learn how to rest in an expanded state of awareness. I have here ways that you can access it. So the first is meditation and breath work. This is non-dual meditation practices. It's what I teach to my clients. It's what like Eckhart Tolle refers to. Joe Dispenza teaches on it. My mentors and healers who are like off the grid, they don't have a social media following, they teach on it. It's non-dual practices. And you'll know you're in this expanded state of awareness because you've shifted into a state of freedom. You no longer feel lack. You no longer feel fear, pain. You feel free, abundant, ease. You have plugged in to what already exists in your field. And you've looked through the illusion of lack, the illusion of separation, the illusion of pain. And you've physically experienced and are experiencing this shift into freedom. Okay? So you'll know you're there because you'll be feeling it. I know I'll be getting that question. So you'll know when you feel it. And this is not something you can logically understand. It's not something that you can just read in a book. You can understand it, but you won't understand it until you experience it. It needs to be experienced. So literally multiple times a week, when I'm living in this beautiful, incredible small town in Costa Rica, and there's a lot of the time where I'm like, there's nothing for me to do, there's nothing for me to fix, there's nothing for me to create, and all of my friends are working. So I just go to my favorite little beach club here that no one knows about, and I just chill, and I'm resting in this expanded state of awareness. It's like this bliss, this abundance, this true freedom. It feels like I'm like one with God. And it takes practice and glimpsing to get there, but in time you can just snap into it very quickly. The reason this is so powerful is because when you're plugged into this expanded state of awareness, life takes care of itself because you're a vibrational match. You're a vibrational match for ease, love, joy, abundance. Like it's like magic happens in your business. People just sign up. Like in health, like your body is no longer breaking itself down, being in chronic stress. Like your body has the rest it needs in order to thrive. And cortisol lowers, so weight drops. With love life, it's like you no longer are allowing yourself to be fixated on that thing that made you upset. Like you've shifted through that and you're like, oh, I'm chill, like I'm good. I'm the frequency of love and I'm dwelling it. Okay, so meditation and breathwork can help you tap into and glimpse that. So can healers. So just like the example I gave in part 2, this is the coolest thing ever, and I'm so glad I'm training right now to be a high-level energy healer. It's a 2-year program. It's like, feels like Hogwarts. But what happens is, this is the healer, and they are resting in this expanded state of awareness. And you come in, whether it's on Zoom or in real life, because energy, there's nothing stopping energy from traveling through time and space. The vibrational field of the healer is more powerful, more expanded. So it automatically teaches the field of the client, you, what it feels like to experience this expanded state. So one of my biggest quantum leaps ever was back in 2020. I hired this high-level energy healer. I paid him thousands of dollars a month, again, investing a huge percentage of what I was making. And we would just meditate. Like we would sit and he would, I didn't know what he was doing, but it felt like we were just meditating and it just felt so good, whatever I was feeling, for 1 hour, 3 times a month. And I started making $8,000 to $9,000 in my business a month consistently. I was like, what is happening? Nothing had changed. We never spoke about strategy. I started to travel the world. I bought myself a brand new car. Like things started flowing because I was investing and being in his frequency. Okay? This is also why if you listen to people who are very deeply spiritual or enlightened, and you like listen to them on YouTube or in an audio and you feel like a frequency, it's because you're feeling their energy transmission. So that's like a hack to getting there quicker, okay? Then we have the third, which is just being and enjoying. So once you get into that frequency, allowing yourself to rest in it. And when the lack, the fear comes in, alchemizing it and shifting back. I believe that it's actually an actual part of my job is to just be and laugh and enjoy. And I swear, like, things just work themselves out. Like, you get into this flow, okay? Finally, I have here enlightened sex. Now, this is not talked about as much as I think it should. We have what my teacher Kim will say is junk food sex, and then we have gourmet sex or enlightened sex. So, especially as a woman, your sexual energy is life force energy. It is a magnet. And when you engage with either yourself or a very loving, trusting partner that you feel super safe with and that you trust, and you have this either self to self or self with other, enlightened sex, and you're circulating the energy through your body, you can reach this amplified field of pleasure and ecstasy and joy, and then you can rest there as well. And it's this beautiful way to alchemize trauma and pain and limiting beliefs and really expand. So I teach more on that inside of my Feminine Energy Magic course. And then I teach more on all of these other manifestation tips within my Art of Manifesting Masterclass. So you can check that out if you feel called to learn more from me. In the Art of Manifesting Masterclass, there's all of these modules that take you step by step into how to manifest, how to get really clear on your vision, how to take inspired action, how to develop faith and trust, how to focus that on money. It's amazing. And if you feel drawn to really manifesting your dream life with me, I'm super stoked for you because it is 100% possible. I went from completely miserable, thinking I would never have a life that I saw scrolling on social media, into my absolute dream life, dream career, dream location where I'm living, dream friends, dream love life. Like, it's amazing, and you get to have it too.